Haha. Welcome back to another episode of Black Top Shotters with your man Ballican 2. Here on the Black Top, where we bring you NBA Top Shot news straight from the streets. So we got a jam-packed show for you today. We're going to be talking about how do you stack your moments in the summer. This is the most effective and efficient way that I found to stack your moments, and I'm going to share it with you today. Also, conference finals time, and then there was four. So we'll be talking about the Clippers, the Hawks, the Bucks, as well as the Suns, and the rare drop that's coming up that you guys don't want to miss. And we're going to show you how to get eligible for that. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And lastly, if you enter challenges at all, there is a new challenge search feature on the marketplace, and it is dynamite. So come on with us, hop on this blacktop, and let's play a little game, and we'll show you how to get down. All right, so the first thing we want to talk about is how to stack moments. So summertime, it's time to stack. How do you do that? Basically, what stacking means is having more than one play of the same particular person. So for example, let's say I got a Paul George 35K moment. Having multiples of that is considered stacking. So it becomes really, really important, especially when you want to build a collector score. If you have a team bonus already, let's say you completed your team set series 2, or you completed your team set series 1, or you completed the total team set. Each additional play that you get on top of the ones you already had to complete that set gives you bonus points. So make sure you check out the collector score for how many bonus points you get. But for example, let's just say you have your series 2 team completed. You go down, check it out, see which moments you already have in there, and let's say, once again, you got a Paul George 35K moment. Buying another one of those will give you a 50% bonus on top of the points you already get for getting that moment. So let's say it's roughly 25 points to get that. Then you get another 50% on top, so that's another 12 points. So total of 39, almost 40 points for stacking your moments. So make sure you out there doing that. And once again, they haven't implemented it for just any set, so hustle and show, stacking really don't count. The gift set, stacking really don't count, but it will. When we started stacking, we had no idea that you were going to get bonus points for it. We actually started stacking for financial purposes. So what we would do is we would go and see the top players on NBA Top Shot as far as market cap was concerned, and then we would start to find their cheapest moment, which was 35K at that time, and we would just buy about 5 of them just to have a multiple. Let's say they went up $1, we got 5. So anything that went up or down, he got multiplied by 5. And we just wanted to see, because at the time the market was on the floor, not a lot was happening, so the moments was real cheap, and I said, well, let me just go ahead and scoop a few of these and see what happens. So that's how we started stacking. But now it's a little bit different. It's about the collector score, and we were lucky because it pushed us into eligibility for the Hollow Icon. Even though we didn't get it, you know what's coming next. Yes, there's a rare drop coming up, and we'll be talking about that next. And that type of stuff, stacking in the summer, will make you eligible for that particular pack drop. So if you completed your team quest already, once again, if you complete that series 1 team, series 2 team, or the total team, make sure you figure out what moments you got up in there, and then start to get multiples, especially if it's the cheap ones. Don't try to stack rare moments unless you just got it like that. Go down and get those 40cc. Go down and get those 35K. Some of the 12K moments are even cheap right now, and especially if they still in the playoffs. So that's just a little advice, but we done found it to be very, very beneficial, as you can see, and I hope that y'all can find out the same benefits that we found out here. Which brings us to our next topic, and that's conference finals. Yes, and then there were 4. So Los Angeles Clippers, we also got the Phoenix Suns, we're playing against right now. We also got the Atlanta Hawks and the Milwaukee Bucks. So the whole playoff pack rare drop is called and then there were 4. So that's why we called it and then there were 4. But what we're looking for is all of those moments, those rare moments that might be in there. So Trae Young has been going absolutely ham. So he's going to be in there. What's that going to look like? Paul George is having a good dynamite playoffs. What's that going to look like? Okay, you also got Giannis, who probably got most of the moments on the site just in general, but he's going to have another rare conference final moment. And then, Chris Middleton. he might even have something that's rare. So be on the lookout for those players. It might push down the value of the moments that they already have out, but those of you who had never had an opportunity to buy a more expensive moment, this is it. So you get in the queue, you qualify for that rare drop because you've been stacking your moments. You get one of those rare packs, conference final rare packs, and bow, you open up your favorite player. Let's just say I get in the queue, I get a conference final pack, crack it open, and there, another rare Paul George conference final. I'd be happy. I'd be happy with that. Okay, whether it's MGLE or not, it is a rare, so it doesn't have that many that can go around. Plus, I like the little edges, okay, that show up when you look at the moment. But anyway, those are the 4 teams that you're looking at. So if any of those are your favorite, make sure you're paying attention. There's going to be a lot of challenges surrounding that. Of course, there's going to be a rare challenge when that conference finals drops or when it's over with. And that's going to be coming up right around when fireworks is really supposed to be popping off. And that's the 4th of July. So that weekend, keep your eyes peeled because you just might get that rare drop at that particular time. Now, we missed out on the last rare drop, but prior to that, we hit 2 in a row. We got the second MGLE drop, and we got that Throwdowns pack. So we were good there, but this last one, we wasn't so lucky. But that's all right. Keeping our heads up, we in good spirits. Hopefully we can see this conference finals, and then there were 4 rare drop end up in our hands, or at least in our collection, because it's digital. But once again, if one of those 4 teams is yours, or you just a big fan like that, make sure you are prepared by stacking your moments, getting in that queue on time, and making sure you are ready to get that purchase on. I'm assuming that it's going to be back to normal as far as, what the price is, maybe about $250 for that pack. The last one that they dropped was about what, $24, $25, back to old school prices. If they did that again, that'd be lovely. I don't expect that, but if they did, I'm happy. I'd be happy if I just qualified for the queue again so that I can get another chance to snag me one. And if y'all see me out there, give me one of those conference final Paul Georges if you can, if I don't get in line. Just putting that out there. So that's going to bring us to our very, very, very next point, and our last point for today. And that last point is, make sure if you are in the challenges that you use this brand new tool that Top Shot just dropped called the search for your particular challenge tool. Now, it ain't called that. It might just be called the challenge search tool, but whatever it's called, it's right below the marketplace search button. So if you just click on that button, it'll bring up all the challenges that are available, and instead of you having to hunt or go through the collection or go through the challenges section and then try to find out which moments you already have and which ones are green, which ones are not, you don't have to worry about all that. Just click on that search button. It'll bring up everybody who's available, and it should show you how many you already have of that particular player. Now, when you see that little box on the corner with the multiply and then a number next to it, that's letting you know how many of those moments you already own. So what you would want to do is make sure that you are buying moments that don't have that box next to it. One other thing we have on our wish list is that they add that to your collection. I would love to be able to go into my collection, look at it, and see right there how many moments I have of each particular player. So it might say, okay, your Paul George 35K, you got times 5. That means you got 5 of them. Obviously, you don't need one if it's only one, but if it's multiple, you should be able to have one up there. Right now, there's nothing like that. You literally go to your collection, your moments, and you're scrolling down, and you literally have to count every single one. And if some of them were when you first purchased it 3 months ago, you literally have to scroll all the way to the bottom. Don't look at a particular moment because it's going to take you all the way back to the top when you get back, up out of watching that moment. So that's something else they're going to have to fix. Hopefully somebody send this video to them and they can heed some of this advice. But I would love to know how many of each moment I had of a particular player without having to go to the marketplace. I want to see it right there in my collection. So be that as it may, those challenges are up. That Ben Simmons just passed, that Ja Morant just passed, that rare LeBron challenge just passed, and that legendary KD just passed. So if you're into those challenges and you don't like looking all over the site for these particular moments, now you just hit this particular tool and it'll take you to exactly what you need. So I'm happy about that. We did do challenge 7 and 8, but it's been so many challenges. Obviously, we haven't done all of them in the playoffs, and we don't anticipate doing all of them in the playoffs. It's just too much going around. They said 90 moments and 22 of them earnable. I think we didn't probably have got 4 of them. So that just lets you know a lot more challenges, but then you got the tools to do what you need. So as long as you stay on your dean, stay on your way, you should be able to be eligible for that rare pack drop that's coming up, as well as that legendary finals pack drop that's coming up after that. So keep your eyes peeled. So that's it, y'all. We just wanted to give you a nice little brief rundown of what's been going on and what's coming up in this upcoming week. So, recapping what we talked about. We talked about the rare finals moments that's coming up, and then there were 4. Yes, clips are up in it, and we've been repping them since day one. Go back in the archives and see, just if you think we playing. Also, we talked about the new search feature for challenges. If you're trying to complete some challenges, it's a new feature for you right below the search button in the marketplace that'll help you find those moments you need to complete the challenge much, much faster. And lastly, how do you stack those moments? Stacks on stacks on stacks, stacks on stacks on stacks. What's the best and most efficient way? We told you how to do it. Rewind it if you don't feel like you got enough. And as always, make sure you like, subscribe, and most important to us, just go ahead and share it. We love people getting the information, being able to use it, especially in our community where we have all these moments out from us, but we're not participating in Top Shot like we need to be. So y'all get out there, start getting your collect on, and you don't know what that usage might be up in the near future. You might be able to go to a conference finals game and get you a special moment, or even get something even more special, get your name yelled out on a Jumbotron or something like that. But without any further ado, this is your man Ballakin 2, back on the Blacktop with another episode of Blacktop Shotters, where we talk about NBA Top Shot news straight from the streets. And as always, we'll catch y'all on the rebound. Peace.